what's going on? So I'm trying in another location, different lighting. Hopefully this is better because I'm going to be filming a tutorial today. This is the look. Shades of blue and gray. It's very shimmery. It's very, very smoky. I'm not sure if you can see it at all, but hopefully you can. And I'm just going to zoom you in and we're going to get started. Okay, I'm going to set up by priming my eyelid. I'm just going to be using this purple. Even using blue eyeshadow, this purple is so light that you can't even really tell. And I'm just going to blend that in so that it doesn't crease. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I don't think you can. Sorry about that. And I'm just going to apply that under my lower lash line as well. Okay, next I'm going to go in with a blue. It's on the darker side. It's right here. It's not navy. It's just kind of bright. And that's going to be going on the inner third of my eye. I'm just going to use, you can use whatever you want. I'm just going to use this kind of flat eyeshadow brush. I'm going to be using this twice. So I'm just going to pack the color on one side. Be sure you tap it off. And then just pat that on the inner part of your lid. Being sure just to not get it all the way in the inner corner because I am going to put white there. So I'm just going to pack this, keep packing this onto this part of the lid. If it gets up into your natural crease, that's perfectly fine. Just like I said, don't get it all the way to the inner corner. Next I'm going to go in with a gunmetal color. This particular one has a nice blue undertone, so it's very nice. It's this one right here. Just going to get that on the other side of the same brush, and that's going to go all on the outer side of the lid. And you can certainly overlap that with the blue. Now I'm going to go back in with that first blue again. Just kind of going back and forth because it makes them look more blended. You don't want to lose the blue, however, because it's going to keep the look a little bit brighter because we're going to put a lot of darkness into here. If you want to apply the white shadow in the inner corner at this point, might help you kind of as a guide. I'm just going to bring it underneath as well. This way you can kind of see what space you're working with. And now on a fluffy brush, I'm going to go into a dark navy blue. This is just a loose mineral shadow, very messy, so I'm going to be very careful. And I'm just going to apply a tiny bit to my fluffy brush. I like using fluffy brushes for crease work because it blends and places shadow at the same time. Now I'm just going to put this where this line of shadow ends. That's where I'm going to place my brush, and I'm just going to work back and forth in a windshield wiper manner. I'm not pressing hard with the brush. I'm not wiggling the brush. I'm just moving back and forth. And if you've done it that many times and you think you're done, you're wrong. Just keep blending, like, I don't know, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, a minute. You can't overblend this because we are going to go back in and add more shadow, so the more blended the better. It's just, yeah, just trust me. Keep blending. Blending and blending and blending. And more. Yeah, sometimes blending is a lot of work. Like, I see tutorials where people blend their eyeshadow for about 30 seconds, and I think to myself, wow, that's not a good display of how long it actually takes sometimes. Okay, I'm going to go back in with that color, and if everything's messy, don't worry, we're going to clean everything up, get a little bit more on the brush, and I'm going to place this right here on the outer part of my eye, and I'm just going to rotate it 2 or 3 times, or 20. See how I've darkened that up? I'm going to dip in again to the color, go right next to it, do the same thing, just rotate my brush. I'm not picking it up, just rotating it, and that's just going to darken the outer corner. I'm just going to feather that inward slightly so that it looks like it kind of got dark naturally rather than harshly. Feather it down, feather it over, just nice and gentle, blending the top line of that. And everything underneath here we will clean up with eye makeup remover, so don't worry if that gets messy. Just worry about blending and feathering and smoking this out. And the darkest part obviously is right here. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is just apply that navy color that I used in my crease right under my eye. And you can just kind of connect it to the outer corner. Just a real smoky situation. Now we're going to take a white. I'm just using a matte white. You can use a shimmery white if you want to, but I'm using matte because I'm going to apply shimmer to this whole look. And I'm just going to put this under my eyebrow. Normally I don't use white as a highlight because it is a little bit harsh, but this look is so dark that I think it really brightens it up. Plus it's wintry, so white kind of fits. Okay, that's not what I meant to do. Won't edit it out, I promise. Okay, now for some sparkle. I'm just going to take this brush. It's just an angled eyeshadow brush. You can use whatever. I'm going to go into this eyeshadow over here, which looks just like a light blue shadow, but really it's just pretty much just glitter. It's really, really pretty, very messy, and it has like no pigmentation, so this is its real only use. I'm just going to take some onto my brush and just lightly pat that all over the lid. I'm not brushing it because I don't want to mess up any of the colors I applied, but it's just going to add a pretty sparkle, hopefully you can see that, to the look. My next step is to line my waterline. I'm just using a dark brown. I did contemplate using a navy blue liner, but then I thought that was a little much. Dark brown just kind of gives me a natural darkness in there. Okay, so I've gone ahead and applied a thin layer of liquid eyeliner and about 17,000 coats of mascara, just for the sake of time. What I'm going to do now is just show you how I clean up a little bit. Just taking some eye makeup remover. I do use a cream, so that works fine. You don't have to use a liquid. And a Q-tip, just going to dip that in just a little bit, like a real little bit. And I'm just going to follow where my eye naturally slants. Just kind of work that natural slant and take away anything that's below it. Then just take the dry side of the Q-tip and pat that down. People will say, you know, don't use a, just going to clean up a little bit under my eye as well. Don't use a cream for this, but you know what, a cream works fine for me. It will take off a bit of your foundation to do this. However, that's fine because I'm a firm believer in adding concealer at this point anyway. So I'm just going to take my concealer, Revlon Color Stay is what I'm using, and I'm just going to apply it to all these areas. I think concealer under the eyes is super important with a dark look like this anyway, because you just need something to just kind of brighten you up. And you see how with the help of eye makeup remover and concealer we can really get that perfect shape. Okay, for my cheeks we're going to stay a little bit more shimmery and neutral. I'm just using this light pink blush from Rimmel. It's called Santa Rose. I'm just going to get that on an angled blush brush and just apply a ton of it. I love blush. I always wear a lot of blush. I have blue eyeshadow on my cheek and my nose. That's okay, it's festive. With the other side of this, or just any small powder brush, I'm just going to highlight my cheekbones. I'm using this shimmer dust from Ecobella, which just looks like this. It's just a cream colored shimmery powder. Any highlight color will work. Just going to get that on my powder brush and just highlight this area on top for extra shimmer and sparkle. Because it's the holidays, you know, normally with a look this dark, you wouldn't necessarily want to add so much extra shimmer to your face, but for the holidays it's fun. Makes you feel festive and everything's shiny and sparkly around you, so there you go. On my lips, I'm just going to use this lipstick. This is Maybelline's lipstick in Beachy Bronze. It's just kind of a golden, soft, shimmery nude color. It's barely lipstick on me because I'm kind of tanned, and then I'm just going to apply this NYC really kind of baby pink lip gloss on top. Just to kind of give a frosty effect because it's winter. And that's the look. Okay, hope that made sense. Hope the lighting was okay, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.